Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is okay and everyone has had a good week, and also please remember that if you like my content, please like and subscribe, and also leave me some comments down below. So in today's video I kind of want to speak to you about something that has affected me for probably the best part of about 10 to 15 years of my life, and also something that affects, coloured women all around the world. And this is it's something called fibroids. Now, before I knew about fibroids, I didn't know anything about it. It was kind of strange. Now, I'd always heard that, when it did come about, I'd always heard that women, over 40, in their 40s and 50s would have fibroids. So why did it come and affect me when I was like 17? Yeah, 17. And I remember going to the hospital because I felt really tired. I was like drained. I remember one day my mum came back home and it was like she couldn't wake me up, and I was like, what is that? And I finally got up and I was proper lethargic, and I was like, what is going on? And she was like, you've been asleep on the couch for ages. And I was like, I literally could not move, and I didn't understand why. And so we went to the hospital, and in the hospital they said to us that they thought it was probably my appendix. And I was like, right, okay, well, just get rid of it then. Upon them doing a few scans and things, that's when they realised that it maybe wasn't my appendix, that there was something else that was just nigging in there. But like I said, this is something that we always thought, or doctors and people will think that will only affect women in their 40s to 50s, but it doesn't, clearly. Basically, I'll start with, what is a fibroid? A fibroid is a non-cancerous tumour that sort of grows around your uterus, around your womb and things like this. It goes all around your body, your lower body, and it can be in like different positions. So depending on where they are, or how they've been placed, it can affect your fertility. It can affect, your reproduction and things like that. So mine were, it was literally just above my uterus, so it wasn't that bad. But the thing is, it wasn't just the one. There were loads, like absolutely loads, and they varied in sizes. So I think he said that the biggest one at the time was, I think he said it was about the size of a tennis ball. And the smallest one was probably about the size of a bead or something. And they grow all around your belly and things like that, and you have to operate to take them out. Now, bearing in mind, like, I was only 17, and I was like, oh my god, what is he saying? Thank God my mum was there, so she helped me throughout the process, and we had the operation and it was successful. However, after the operation, he said that there's a chance that they will go back because they are, they grow on your hormones. So then a few years later, I had another kind of I had like more fibroids kind of growing. And so we went back to the hospital, and this time they said, look, we don't want to operate on you because you are only young, and obviously you have to have kids and things like that. So what we will do is we'll do an embolization. Oh my god, it hurt so much. So basically what it was like they cut off like the blood circulation that's going to the fibroids. They'll cut it off, but they'll go in through like the top of your thigh, I think it was, or something like that, and you're not asleep during the process. And I remember thinking, right, okay, it's fine, it was an okay operation from what I can remember. But as soon as we left the operating room, it hurt so much, like so bad. I was literally like crying because it was just like, oh my god, what is this pain? It was such an intense pain. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And yeah, so then they were like, right, okay, well, this will be it now. We've cut off the blood circulation going to the fibroids, so they won't be able to grow any bigger or anything like that. But you probably will have to have an operation in a few years to take them out. Okay, fine. So it came about maybe like 4 years later. So yeah, about 2 years ago. So I had another operation on the fibroids because they were growing. I can always feel like when they're growing, because my belly, like when I'm lying down, my belly will go like, it's like this, and then it'll go like that. It's like a massive bump in it. It's literally like a speed bump. Yeah, so that's how I knew. So I went back to the hospital because I was thinking about these times, you know, this is when I was thinking about having children, and you know, how yeah, I want to have kids, so this is what I was thinking. So we went to the hospital, met a very, you know, a lovely doctor who managed to explain everything and said, look, I'll look after you, I'll take out the fibroids and things like that, which he did manage to do successfully. However, he said that there was just so many left, that there was just so many like small ones in my stomach that were around like different points. It was kind of like in funny places, so basically he said they didn't want to operate on them, so he left them in there. So now I'm kind of in a predicament where it's like, okay, well, I've got these fibroids that are still in my belly, and I know they are because I can feel them, and it really makes me scared to even, you know, even want to think about having kids, because I think, like he said, you know, if you were to have kids, it would be, you know, you'd be extremely high risk. You'd have to come in for scans every week or every month or whatever it was he said. And I was just like, oh my god, like, is this something that I even really want? Like, I do want kids, of course I do, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I want to have this, you know, I don't know if this is something that I want to do, because I suppose since that, you know, since I've kind of found out I had fibroids and I kind of started doing research and, you know, said a lot of things about infertility and things like this, my thinking was, you know, is the next stage just to have a hysterectomy and just take it all out? Because at the end of the day, even if, you know, I don't have kids or whatever, I'm still going to have like a womb and a uterus and things like that. But the fibroids are still going to keep growing, because obviously I'm still going to have hormones and things. So is it something worth considering? I don't know. That's where I'm kind of at this point, and I'm kind of really scared to even think about, you know, being pregnant and having these fibroids in my belly at the same time. It just feels really weird to me. So I don't really know, and I'm quite confused. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to do this video because I know that when I was going through my fibroid journey, hearing about other women's journeys really kind of really helped me to see that, you know, other women were going through the things that I was going through as well, and I'm not alone. So, you know, if you have any stories or any histories or anything about, you know, like fibroids and things like that, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm really interested to hear people's stories. Now, before having me, my mum had fibroids when she was younger, and she took them out, and then, you know, luckily she was able to have me. So they you know, they do say they kind of are a hereditary thing, but at the same time it's a bit like, you know, they don't really know the reasons for it and how it happens and why it only happens to darker skinned women. It's so strange. I think another thing to kind of also know is it's not just ages 40 to 50 women that will suffer from fibroids. I think we need to start working with children and teenagers that are growing up, and their, you know, their hormones are, you know, becoming alive or whatever. So just kind of know that, like, that this is the situation, this may be what it is, this may be not what it is. But to say that you think that you have appendicitis, and then, you know, we were literally like halfway to the bloody operating room till he realised that, oh, maybe it's not her appendix. But, you know, please let me know your thoughts on fibroids and things in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories, and, you know, to let me know that I'm not alone still, because, you know, I know there are tons of women out there who would, you know, who feel like they're alone, and we're not alone. You are not alone. We are all as one. So thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for just being here. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and please remember to like and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye! Bye.